Welcome students. Today's class we are going to see about there are different type of teaching methodology. So today's class we are going to see about project method of teaching. First we are going to see what is project method. Project method instruct which students are giving number of project or situation. So we are giving a project or situation to from the students can come to a solution. That a solving ability, they have to solve the problem, the solution of a problem. It may be a real time or a situation one. In this aspect, teacher is just a guide or facilitator. This method emphasizes more on aspect of students learning rather than teaching aspect. So here teaching is very less. It's more or less a guiding by the teacher. He has like a facilitator. So students are mostly learn everything by means of doing the project. This project method was developed by William H. Kilpatrick. He explained or he portrayed this method in his article The Project Method, which was published in 1918. So from that we have understood what are the methods and means of project method. He is called a revolutionary man who is the author or who is the father of project method. Then what are the steps are involving in project method? There are 4 major steps. Sometimes they call as fifth one, that is recording or making into a notes. That is the last one. Documentation should be the last step. First, the basic steps are to be project selection. What could be the project or what could be the problem? The selection of problem or selection of the question or selection of the project is said to be the first thing as called project selection. Second one is planning, how the project will be executed by the students. So it should be developed on the phase and competency or competency of the students level. So the teacher will guide them to make a process or make into the planning to going to end or to get an idea how to succeed in this project. So this will be done by the student. Then the discussion and all these things are taking place in the planning. From that planning, that will be leads to the next phase is called execution phase, where the students are assigned their duties. They are working collaboratively or individually. They have their own responsibilities. They going to the, if it is a survey method, they going to collect their data, visiting the place, gathering information, reading the history and so on. So they are executing the project method by means of the problem. What the problem would be, based on that problem they are going on. Here the teacher just helping and guiding whether they are moving on the right track. So here also teacher doing the as a guide part. Last one is evaluation. After that the project method is done, the whole work will be reviewed by the teacher and the students and judge the assessment whether it is right or wrong based on the solution. So all these things done by the students. The last part which I said to is called recording or documentation. After that, this project method will be recorded by means of a documentation method. After that, the project will be completed. Next method is types of project. What could be the types? So based on the competency and the age appropriation, we are classifying the project into 4 major groups. First one is constructive method. Here students are allowed to do any social life such as models, maps, charts, parcels, so on. So they are going to construct a model. If you are giving a problem, they are going to find out a model. If it is a project, that is said to be the constructive model. Next one is artistic model. It is based on the fine arts, music, culture, literature, arts, drama, like that. If they done that, project is called artistic model. The third one is problem solving method, which we are saw now. That means giving a real life situation of any question related to the subject. After that they are going to the particular place and collect the data, then verify all these things. After that they come to the conclusion. So there is a problem, there is data collection, evaluation and come to the conclusion. That is said to be the problem solving method. The last one is called group work method. Here we allow the students in the form of group. From the group they are going to do a collective task. Here also teacher act like a guide. So with the guide, with the observation and guidance of the teacher, they are doing a project, they are doing any method in the form of group. So they form a group, from that group they are doing all these functions. Next, what could be the advantages of project method? Project method is an active learning experience. So students get the active learning experience. So they going to the particular place, they having a first-hand experience. If we are giving a project on bank, they going to the bank and collect the data. So the first-hand experience they get from the project method. So the active learning experience they get only by means of this project method. Then responsibilities, inculcation of responsibilities. Here teacher is just like a guide. So all the activities are carried out by means of students themselves. So they having improvised, they have self-reliance and self-responsibility. So they having the sense of their responsibility by means of project method. The next one is improving collaborating among the students. So they have work as a team. So they having a collaboration nature. So all the students having their own responsibilities. The responsibilities sharing, they work by cooperation and they build the social skills. All these things they done with the help of project method. Next is communication skill. So since it is when we are giving a group project or individual project, they are going to the actual place and collect the data. All these things are just by means of communication. So this communication skill is drastically improved by means of project method. Next is critical thinking. Critical thinking is one of the main thinking when we are studying as 21st century skill. So when they go into the real place and real area, they are working on the problem, they come to a conclusion, or they finding the solution, or all data collection, all these things they leads to stimulating their critical thinking. So students easily gain critical thinking by means of project method. Since we have this much of advantages in project method, what would be the shortcomings? What would be the disadvantages? There are majorly three disadvantages. One is time consuming, the lack of experienced teachers, not suitable for all the subject. It is self-explanatory. So when time consuming is a project, at least it need hours. That means at least 10 to 15 days to complete the project. The first phase, framing a problem, that itself take 2 to 3 days. Then go for review of literature or getting the history of the problem. Then going to the area to collect the data. Then go for evaluation. Then conclusion. All these stuffs they need at least 10 to 15 days. So it is a major time. That means it consumes lots and lots of time for other curriculum and exam point of view. Next, it need well experienced teachers to guide them. So this experience it will be in a shortcoming. All the teachers doesn't have this experience to have project method. So the project method need well experienced teacher to shortcome all these problems. Next one is not suitable for all the things, all the subjects. So it is mostly where there is a practical knowledge is required, they can have this method. So remaining subjects it cannot be used. So when you go for other subject which is where there is no practical knowledge is not necessary, there this project method is not applicable. I hope this will be useful for you. Just go through this video. If you have any doubts, please comment on the video. Thank you.